Go ahead and quick save since we've made it somewhere new. I love quick save because it means I don't have to do an awkward, slow manual save in the middle of a session. Oh, what's going on? Older robed man. Four figures stand silhouetted before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled Adra and metallic veins, inscrutable and ominous, and looming like a silent observer. Sorry. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash, and the other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The face of one of the figures is distantly visible, framed by long tendrils of oily gray hair, tinged dark at the ends, and a thick beard that seems to obscure all trace of emotion. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and his head is crowned in a strange black headdress with two protrusions jutting out, one on either side, like wings of some profane and malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word, true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book. Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then all at once it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spike. Its shimmering texture gives the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined, the work perhaps of a prodigious but fevered mind. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, his oily hair tucked beneath a black cowl and a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now, at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. One of your characters has become fatigued. Fatigue represents the physical and psychological wear and tear of demanding activity on a character. It builds over time as characters travel, explore, and especially when they engage in combat. Some scripted interactions will also result in fatigue if they are especially grueling. The athletics skill automatically slows the onset of fatigue from any source. Fatigue goes through multiple stages, initially inflicting minor penalties but growing in severity over time. Resting is the easiest way to remove the effects of fatigue, though some consumables can also lower a character's fatigue total. Heoden and Callista lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. Gilded Vale may be your best hope in receiving treatment before things get worse. Wow. That didn't go well. So much for my new friends. I need to find a new person that knows how to use lockpicks, which I will now take. I need those. Hammer and chisel's probably good to have. Well, shit. They gave me some characters at the beginning and immediately killed them. What's this thing? Quest completed. The ruins of Silent-Lys. Is that this one down here? Yeah, I've narrowly escaped the strange and deadly wind that tore through... Oh, wait. I've come to a section of tiles marked with peculiar symbols. There may be a clue about their meaning nearby. That's all taken care of. Okay. Visions and whispers. After surviving an explosion outside of the ruins of Silent-Lys, I experienced a vision. Since then, I have been hearing sounds with no source and seeing things that aren't there. This is not the illness that struck me at the wagon. This is something new, an affliction of the mind, perhaps. With luck, someone in Gilded Vale will know what to do. Any update on the Gilded Vale quest? The mysterious figure seemed to have activated a strange machine. Something must have gone awry, for there was a sudden blinding burst of energy. The robed strangers have been killed, and I have a strange visions I cannot explain. Hopefully I can find answers in the Gilded Vale. Alright, so they immediately started killing off characters. That was just even polite. That was nice at all. So, what do I want to salvage from their bodies, unfortunately? A shield for a potential user? We have a potion of minor regeneration. This is about all I can carry, too, is whatever I can fit here. That's the heavy armor I spawned with. Might as well take that with me. The hide armor is probably not very important. That poleaxe might be good. I don't need other bows, really. They can take my hunting bows. Here, put it on your body. Couple daggers. Battle axe wasn't bad. Scale armor was DR 7 versus 6. Huh. Torches could be handy for being able to see. Wolfhide could be valuable. That's about all I want to take, really. Alright, well, we're down to just these characters. I better revise my my formation. There we go. So Wolf in the front, me in the back, a little closer now because we're the only ones there, really. So things could have gone better here. We could have maybe not lost our entire party. I guess it didn't really matter if I rested Heoden or not, because he did. What is that? Fast mode activated. We're having a weird vision right now. Oh, these are the visions that we talked about me seeing sometimes. And it looks like I've leveled up. Oh, here we go. I forget what my character looks like up front sometimes because we have that portrait that doesn't quite look like him, because the portraits... You can't just have a picture of your character in that corner, apparently. Alright, skills allow your character to perform specialized actions like scouting and stuff like that. So... Oh, these are the different skills. Okay, good to know. So, stealth allows characters from any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. It is used automatically whenever character is in scouting mode. The higher the character's skill, the closer they can get to enemies before being detected. Athletics. This is what helps you avoid getting worn out. Adventuring is tiring work. Traveling, fighting, and scrambling up fallen statues can take its toll. The athletic skill counters the effects of accrued fatigue, allowing characters to go farther and fight longer before they suffer penalties. In conversations and scripted interactions, athletics is used for physical feats like climbing, swimming, and jumping. Stealth is just used for stealth. Lore represents a character's accumulated miscellaneous knowledge of trivia, often of occult or esoteric topics. Outside of conversations and scripted interactions, lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore values allow the character to use higher level scrolls. Mechanics. Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining their resources and maiming or killing those who are unfortunate enough to trigger the unseen floor plate. The mechanic skill makes it easier to open locks and find and disable traps. Additionally, any character can use the mechanic skill to place traps of their own. The higher the mechanic skill, the more accurate the trap. In conversations and scripted interactions, mechanics can be used to activate or disable a variety of machines. I might go for this, because I'm a rogue type character. I clearly lost the person who specialized in this a bit more. And I have 6 points to spend too. Survival allows characters to make better use of food and potion items they find. The higher the character's survival skill, the longer the duration of such items. Survival can also be used in conversations and scripted interactions that involve wilderness challenges and specialized information. Or specialization information. I'm probably going to focus on survival mechanics and... oh man. Immediately I'm like, can I focus on all of them? No, I can't. That's not how focusing works. Now, that's not what that word means. Let's put a couple points into mechanics right off the bat. And immediately it's going to cost me more to put more in, isn't it? Okay. So I have starting stats in some of these. So let's do +1 stealth, +1 survival, +1 mechanics. And now things are getting a little prohibitively expensive, perhaps. Maybe reduce stealth slightly. I can go one more into mechanics. Then I can choose to either go more into athletics or survival. Let's see here. Now maybe I will go athletics and stealth. There we go. A little even. I'm avoiding lore because I'm not a spellcaster. I figured that's more of a wizarding type skill. It has its uses, I'm sure. It's clearly not specifically for spellcasters. It's for people that want to use scrolls and stuff like that or have specific knowledge. But it's the thing I'm not going to specialize in here. What are these? Do we get to specialize our companions? Talents can be used to customize your character beyond your class ability choices. Some talents modify existing abilities, but others add new abilities of their own. A subset of talents are class specific, but most can be taken by characters of any class. So are these... looks like these are class specific abilities, and these are offensive, defensive, and utility based ones. Things are going to get really complicated fast here. Okay. These must be modifiers for my companion. Vicious Companion trains the ranger's animal companion in vicious tactics, causing it to deal more damage with each hit. Passive, 1 point, so it's a 15% damage bonus for your companion. This is a 10 in accuracy bonus on my wounding shot ability. 3 damage reduction for my companion. What is this? 15 defense against charmed, confused, and dominated attacks against my companion. The ranger's animal companion gains improved defenses against charmed, confused, and dominant afflictions. Probably because it's that makes sense for faithful. Merciless. 1.3%. There's a 30% damage bonus. Animal companions do small amounts of sneak attack damage against targets that qualify. So if I sneak up on somebody, I get a damage bonus. Okay. This gets a little more interesting. Weapon Focus Adventurer trains the character in the use of the poleaxe, estoc, flail, wand, and war bow, gaining accuracy with all of those weapon types. Oh, 6 accuracy with the war bow. That could actually be handy. That's what I'm using right now. Knight, crossbow. Noble doesn't seem to have a ranged character. Peasant uses a hunting bow. I don't think I'm going to specialize in a hunting bow necessarily. Adventure is probably the way for me. Ruffian, blunderbuss, a gun, and soldier, an arbalest, or an arquebus. Marksman, 5 accuracy against distant enemies. Probably not a bad idea. I am a marksman character, and then there's 1 and 2 handed weapon styles here. Those are all for melee characters, more or less. Hold the line. You can engage more enemies. That's definitely a tank character. Because if you're engaged in an enemy, then they can't disengage from combat without giving you a free attack, basically. Or being vulnerable in some way. So being able to engage more enemies means that a melee character can more effectively hold aggro, so to speak. Snake's reflexes, plus 10 reflex. That's something I'll probably want soon. Fortitude, will, those are just save rolls. Weapon and shield type, that's for weapon and shield users. Fast runner, allows to move speed and defense while disengaging. Sign of flame, burn damage, so resistance against fire, resistance against shock, corrosion, freezing. It looks like this makes you, alright, when you switch weapons or spells, then you just do that faster. Wound binding, more hit points. You gain almost 100 hit points over the course of 10 seconds. So it's a healing ability. You can use it once per rest. And field triage allows you to the healing of small amounts of health on an ally. So it looks like I can heal myself or allies if I take either of these first aid skills. I think I'm just going to start off with, do I want the 6 accuracy with, 6 accuracy with the warbow versus, what's the other one? Where's my, accuracy? Marksman. 5 accuracy against distant enemies. I'm going to go for 6 accuracy with the specific weapon I'm using over 5 accuracy from distant enemies. We'll get that one later. So next. Oh, did I not even unlock that one? Was it just letting me look at them, but I didn't actually have access to them yet? Oh, no, there it is. Weapon, focus, adventure. Okay, I got it. So now I'm more accurate with this weapon. After leveling up a character, you may want to review their statistics. Open the character sheet to see their attributes, skills, abilities, and talents in greater detail. My character screen's right here. There's my experience meter for the next level. My primary accuracy is 19, which is definitely going to help. Just gonna have to be careful about the fact that I'm not necessarily on my own right now. I mean, I am more on my own now than before, is what I mean. Is I don't have a lot of people to help fend off enemies. I'm just lucky to have a wolf. So let's see if we can save ourselves. Oh. Walk through the weird apparition and disappears. So we're just going to have to proceed accordingly. And just assume these things aren't... They're not real, so we just have to walk past them. Here's where everyone died. That was a good sign. Oh. That was weird. Can I look at these guys? Vessel flesh times 2. I just destroyed that body. They just dissolved into freaking ash. Well, making me some money. I don't think that's the applicable interpretation of what's going on here. Let's see. Can I leave, or am I supposed to go touch the? I think I have to go touch the ruin to continue. That seems like a bad idea. This seems like a generally bad idea. The massive structure is formed of stone, Adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates in an unusual energy. Well, let's go stick our face in it. No, that's not what's going to happen here? Alright, well then how do I continue? Oh, you click on the weird north arrow in the middle of... That was weird. It's like on the edge of the chat box. Okay, well... I'm fatigued, and so I need to rest, but I don't want to rest here next to the horrifying thing that just like mulched everybody and turned them into ash monsters. So that seems like a bad plan. So let's try to get it out of silently. Go to the veilwood on our way to the Gilded Vale. It will take you 6 hours to complete your journey from Silently to veilwood. Okay. I'd prefer to camp somewhere along the way, but preferably I just don't want to camp right in front of the weird death machine. That'd be good.
Rest would be good.
Yes, it would. Let's work on doing exactly that. Alright. We had a journal update. We have to cross the veilwood. I've reached the veilwood. The village of the Gilded Vale, it lies beyond. Remember when I had friends to help me? That was nice. I would have felt way safer here. Maybe I should have camped with them instead of on my own. Alright, well, do I camp just off the path here? I should probably camp here rather than anywhere further in, right? Let's try camping. We have a lot of supplies. Camping, we'll use one set of camping supplies. Do you want to camp here? Camping supplies 4 to 4. It's going to use all 4 of them? Well, we need to rest because I'm so fatigued that all my stats are down to like 75% of normal, and I'm alone, so I need to be tip-top. No, that's cool. I was hoping I'd feel like I was having a nightmare. Alright, so, because I camped, it's now nighttime. I really need to get to that village before things get worse for me, don't I? Alright, so at least my trusty wolf's here. That makes me feel less alone. Other classes would be here without them. Is that a real ghost or a weird vision ghost? I don't think that's real. I think that's just me freaking out. Some blood moss for me. I can't scroll further this way, so I must have to go through this ravine over here. Double time. Just because we're going so slow. What am I going to find? I feel like I don't have to worry about traps necessarily just in the wilderness here. Oh. Well, goodbye, ghost. Are they leading me somewhere? I guess not, because the other one, that last one went off the screen a second ago. Let's just follow the path and try to get out of here. This is probably easier with a wagon. How do we know he's an enemy? He's an outlaw. You can tell because he's a human that's standing there, I guess. Can we go into stealth mode, maybe?
See and not be seen.
Combat hasn't actually started yet. Maybe we can go into stealth mode. And go sneaky sneaky. Maybe he won't notice us. Or maybe he's going to totally notice us. Bye. Alright, cool. A good time. Maybe going through this forest into the cover of night was a good idea. Alright, double time because sneaking is slow. Aha! With fast mode to activate, I don't have to worry about the tediousness of night. Was that guy friendly? Nonton. Well, he's named. That's a good sign. Let's maybe leave stealth in front of him and maybe he won't attack us. Hello? We come in peace, maybe? Damn thing, come on.
Well met, friend.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp. In quick, that doesn't fit my screen. You approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little... It? What the fuck? You want to try again at rendering this text on the screen? This is unfortunate. Continue. Alright, this one fit at least. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Should I explain the situation at all? I probably shouldn't talk about the weird machine right now. That's too much of a first thing to say to somebody. Let's see. Maybe just ask him why he's in such a hurry. The man looks down at the tent and then at his hands. I meant to follow my own advice. Came out here on a hunt. Me and a friend of mine. Thought would bring a stag home. Eat something other than bread for once. Let me guess, his friend's dead. Came up on a bear instead. Great. Monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Should I ask where he's going? Because maybe we can just come with him. What happened to your friend? We didn't see it coming. Noran's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiles sadly. And this time, Galloway's favor fell upon the bear. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Can I go with him and maybe? Who are you? Name's Naughton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. I can't just say, let's go with you. Let's ask about the bear so I can avoid it, probably. In a cave, a ways up that way. He turned to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear it if it took another life. Alright, so if it's the northwest, I know to go to the southeast. Farewell. You know, we could hang out, maybe. We're both alone in this dangerous, fucked up, shitty place. Let's head south. That's where the bear isn't. Oh, the Vale's right there. This journey will take you 8 hours to complete. Ah, maybe I could have rested in town instead of using camping supplies. Oh well, live and learn. Addendum added. The Gilded Vale. What's it say? Journey to the Gilded Vale. I've reached the Valewood, the village of the Gilded Vale lies long. The light's just beyond. I finally reached the Gilded Vale. It's not quite what I was expecting. Oh, what's wrong with the Gilded Vale? Seems like things might not be so happy right ahead of us. At least we made it though, and we're still alive, even if everyone else isn't. Alright, this Gilded Vale looks surprisingly scouted out. We know this is Alfra's house, and that's the Blackhound Inn. That's the road. Well, I'll give them that. That's how directions work. Ingrod's house, Windmill, Road East, Blackhammer Smithery, and Adra. Do I have someone that I was planning on meeting here? I don't think it says that specifically. I think it's just like, alright, we made it. Nah. Maybe something will come up as I approach. How's everyone going around here? Guys, you friendly? I could use friendly right about now. Oh. Oh, cool. No, that's great.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you, his skin as dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. His voice is a dry croak. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. This is a... Wow. This is... Everything here is concerning. I might reconsider your lord's offer.
Nonsense. Gilded Vale is a perfectly suitable village for those who respect the Lord's decrees. Besides, you won't find a better offer anywhere else in the Deerwood these days, and you look as if you could use a fresh start.
He looks around at the town, his face a mask of sober contentment.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
He appraises your half-moon... He praises you over his half-moon spectacles and scratches his chin. A hollow-born child. What is a hollow-born child? What are you talking about?
An infant born without a soul, of course. Lord Radric has made it his first priority to eliminate this scourge from our village.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't answer this question if it was true, so... It's a little misguided to ask people in the first place, isn't it?
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly towards the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn just southwest of here.
I can say I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with the Bioak. Is there someone in town who can help? I feel like let's not talk about the soul-rending storm when people don't take kindly to people who may have issues with soulless children. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. Or before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony over near the ruins. That tree over there. Let's ask about the Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in horror of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. At heart. He nods. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near the ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing in Edgwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Barath have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Biowak. He polishes his spectacle on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a Biowak, you wouldn't be standing here. Now I can only talk about the Biowak? I can't just leave the conversation? Can I click out? No? Okay. I've been feeling strange ever since I had a close call with a Biowak. Is there someone in town who can help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
He points at a body hanging from the tree and sneers.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Adra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Oh, what's gonna happen here?
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Erdryn looks out towards the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you. So, was our leader's son or daughter or child just born without a soul, or are we about to be attacked?
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
A peculiar spasm crosses his face, and the corner of his mouth quirks up into a mirthless smile. What do you mean? Don't threaten me, little man. What happened? And does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? Yeah, does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I understand that you got some rest at the inn. I advise you get some rest, the inn, or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Farewell. Should I look for that person's bodies? Visions and whispers. Seeking help for my condition. Let's see. The magistrate advised me that to get some rest while I wait for permanent accommodations. That might be best thing. That may be the best thing to put an end for this illness as well. I really struggled at reading that, apparently. The magistrate advised me. That's the same message again, isn't it? Oh. Oh, their point was that the something else finished. Was it the Gilded Vale one? Probably. Yeah. So now we're at Visions and Whispers. That's always a good, really promising thing to see. It's like, oh yeah, I'm possessed, and the quest is called Visions and Whispers. Well, that means the problem's gonna go away, right? We're fine. But how many things do we have? There, Ugrat and Sellsword and Archer. Should I try to like hire the Archer? Maybe look at the tree real quick. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers and notes half erased by the rains. Can I talk to any of these characters? I cannot. Should I go for the weird root over here? No one get mad at me, I'm just grabbing this blood moss. That's a nice safe thing to have, like a normal person would do.